everybody. Welcome to MTG Place Podcast. I'm your host, Corey, and with me again, like always, is Josh. How's it going, Josh?
What's up, everybody?
So, today we're going to be talking about the multicolored cards, try and jam through as many as we can, hopefully all of them, so that we can move on to Final Fantasy, because it's coming out in a couple weeks here. But if you want to pick up any of the cards we talk about today, use our TCG Player affiliate link, which can be found in the show notes and on our website, tcgplayer.com. mtgplace.net. tcgplayer.com is where you go to buy the cards.
Correct.
And then if you want some sleeves and accessories and some cool playmats and cool stuff to keep them protected, you can use our affiliate code for heavy play. Our affiliate code is just MTG Place. Get 10% off.
Easy as that. They're sweet stuff, man. I really enjoy them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to order stuff, we can use our code right there. Our own code.
Great. Yeah, we're still on Dragonstorm, and there's a lot of multicolored cards to go through. So we're going to just get right into it with Baronsteep Siege. It's 2 white-black for an enchantment, and they have we're back in con, so you get to choose 2 different modes of an enchantment. So when this enchantment enters, choose Abzan or Mardu. Abzan, at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And then Mardu, at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice.
So Abzan, I feel like, is the default mode. But if you're in like an aristocrat deck, you probably choose Mardu.
For limited environment, or are you just saying in general?
In general.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're doing the whole sacrifice outlet, there's already way better stuff. Says like Grave Pack is an easy one, or Dictative Erebos is what you want. So I don't know. It's pretty slow. I guess you want the +1/+1 counters of it. I really enjoy that. Like, this is the split colors between the wedges. So this is white black, but you get to choose Abzan, so that adds green to it, and green cares about +1/+1 counters. Or if you're Mardu with red, you kind of have a sack outlet theme with some things there. So I think it's super flavorful.
Yeah, I mean, like, is it good enough you're going to play it in a deck, though? Outside of limited?
It would just be the +1/+1 counters. If I want that, you need to be going wide.
So you play it in like an Abzan counters deck?
Yeah. If it would be like a final choice. Like, it's not something I'm excited to slot in, but if it fits the bill.
I mean, a counter on every creature can be good, especially if you have a lot of creatures.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what's the 5-mana one that just does it when a creature enters? The white one?
Oh,
like Cathar's Crusade or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, that might just be better than this.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
100%.
Like,
and yeah, it's probably not that good. But I guess it's another one of them. I don't know how many of those effects are out there, but you don't need so many in a commander deck. You need like maybe 3-4 of these types of effects. So.
And this is a cycle. So the next one here is the Frostcliff Siege, which is the red-blue one. It says it's 1 red-blue for an enchantment. As this enchantment enters, choose Jeskai or Teamer. Jeskai, whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Teamer, creatures you control have +1/+0, have trample and haste. So I feel like both modes are pretty good on this one.
Again,
I mean, the Jeskai though is like you could just play the 3-mana Bident of Thassa and all that stuff.
Bident of Thassa, yeah.
But the +1/+0 trample haste is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'll be looking at. Reminds me of Fires of Yemivawa, which is just green-red. So if you're only blue-red, this is a good option. Like, red has the 1-mana, all creatures gain haste, but that benefits your opponents too. So
yeah. I think green has that too, don't they? Yeah.
Green, also has that. Yeah, that's true. So if you're just blue-red and don't have green, this could be a good thing. I'd look at the haste more than anything.
All right. Well, so what if your commander was like Balmor? Would you put this in there? That's the guy that's like whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get all your creatures get +1/+0 with trample.
Yeah. I mean, the haste is really, really nice. I think Fervor's
I think
also
that
in
throws you
red.
every turn.
So that's 2 in a red. All creatures just gain haste. So this would care more about going wide. You want to be going wide than other than just like I'm cheating out a big creature to get haste. Like
Yeah.
the +1/+0 is all your creatures. So I don't know. Another very specific like type deck. I think that like we keep saying, we're getting down to like the areas of like this just fits in this certain deck where there's like a generally good normal card, but if you have this deck, this is going to be a better one.
Yeah.
And next we got the Hollow Merc Siege. So this is black and green for enchantment. As it enters, choose Salte or Azban. Salte is whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability only triggers once each turn. And Abzan, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains menace until end of turn.
I mean, it's pretty powerful for 2 mana.
Yeah. So for Abzan, do you get a +1/+1 counter on every attacking creature
Just
or
one. You
just one?
choose one.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I can
I
see
mean,
it.
a counter on one creature and menace on it for the turn for 2 mana every combat is not bad. Like,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
otherwise you could just replace it if you have way to put counters on stuff. You just draw a card every turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's still. I guess you could just play something else. Sylvan Library draws you cards.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I guess if you have like Spike Weaver or things that like care about having +1/+1 counters on it to remove it, you still have to attack with them though, which seems a little odd.
Well, I mean, if you have like if you're playing like a dedicated counter deck and you have like nesting grounds and stuff where you move counters around,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you would do this with the Sultai just because you'd get free
Oh,
card draws. But
if
every
I
turn,
think Salte is going to be the main thing. I can see some crazy things like drawing a card on each player's turn. Like
yeah,
with that nesting grounds, it's your turn, Corey. I'm going to move.
yeah.
I get +1/+1
Especially if
counter.
you have like a Seaborn Muse or something that untaps your land, like
Mm-hmm. Spike Weaver or any of the old spikes you have,
yeah,
just 1 mana, pop, draw a card every single upkeep. Sorry about that. So that's where this card's really going to shine. Is if you have like a spike deck.
And next up, we got what I think is probably one of the best of them, the Windcrag Siege,
Mm-hmm.
which is 1 red white for an enchantment when you could choose Mardu or Jeskai. Mardu is that if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. And Jeskai is at the beginning of your upkeep, you make a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It gains lifelink and haste until the end of turn. So I mean,
Yeah.
just getting a 1/1 every turn is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. On an enchantment.
And then if you're playing that, combat triggers deck, is another way to double the trigger. I get an additional trigger.
Yeah, that Mardu guy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Mardu guy.
Yep. Muster for battle, I think it's called. It's a 5 mana enchantment. It's really slow, I guess, of making creatures. There is creatures that make
I mean,
a
there's like
token every
Assemble the
turn.
Legion and stuff too. Yeah,
Assemble a legion.
they all cost like 5. Like this one costs 3. You get a creature
That's
every
true.
turn.
That's true.
And this is the most expensive one too. It's like $2.50. The rest are like under that, but it's like it's still cheap.
Yeah.
So,
The lifelink's interesting.
yeah, I mean, if you're super aggro, especially since they're goblins, like if you have all your goblins get buffed.
Who has a white goblin deck though? You got to have white in there. How?
Well, you just play mono red goblins and you splash white for like this and lightning helix, like
Okay,
they do with burn already. They
out
splash
of
for helix.
commander. Out of
Yeah,
commander. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe, quite maybe. I don't know. It's still. I guess it's not a do nothing. You get one guy. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely decent. That's the way to put it. All right, we got the Glacier Wood Siege. 1 green blue for enchantment. When it enters, choose Timur or Sultai. Teamer is whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target player mills 4 cards. Sultai, you may play lands from your graveyard. What the heck?
It's bad unless you build around the Teamer part, really.
Yeah, the mill.
Because, I mean, I guess if you want another way for Crucible, you could.
Yep.
But Crucible already costs 3, and you don't have to pay the colored pips.
The color pips. Or if you don't want it to be an artifact, there's the walk-in closet from the horror set.
Duskmourn.
Got it somewhere back there. So this will be the third option, which is, I mean, if you're really building around that, it's not bad.
Right.
But it would be the third option.
Well, I mean, there's also like Rand Map Excavator.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's probably
nice too.
Which that one can be Green Sun Zenith or Creature Tutored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, next card is All Out Assault. There's 2 red, white, black for an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1 and have Death Touch. When this enchantment enters, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase, followed by an additional main phase. When you next attack this turn, untap each creature you control. It's worded weird, but basically just means it gives you 1 extra combat phase in main phase.
Surprised they didn't do like if this is your first combat phase, because I feel like they were really.
Yeah, like, it's basically so you could play it in your post combat and still get another one.
Yeah, but this means
there's another one that's like, what is it? The red guy, the Marog or whatever, the landfall guy. You have to technically do it in a specific one. I don't know which one, or it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but this leaves it open to like some sort of flicker wisp every single combat phase, or
flicker
it.
Yeah, or like an attack trigger flicker. Like, isn't Brago attack trigger, or is that ETB?
Ooh, yep. No, Brago
an attack. It's an attack trigger.
You have a 4-color Brago deck, yeah. That's the only way I can see this being good. 5 mana is a lot for just the
just +1 Death Touch and another swing is like whatever.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I suppose if you're playing isn't there the Mardu enchantment guy that you can piper in enchantments from the graveyard?
Yep, return the enchantment. Yeah,
like this might be okay on that because you're not paying 5 for it.
Yep, it's just when it enters. So yep, flickering, reanimating it, it all works. It's not if you cast it. So it could be interesting in those types of aspects. Let's see, loading. All right, next we got Inevitable Defeat. 1 red, white, black. For instant, the spell can't be countered, and then exile target non-land permanent. Its controller loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life.
Okay, so you're a Mardu deck. Are you playing this, or are you playing Anguish Unmaking?
Anguish Unmaking.
The 1 less mana and can be countered, and you don't gain 3 life is better.
Yeah, I think the lose 3 life, gain 3 life is what they tacked on to put that extra mana on there. So it's like,
and it can't be countered.
But it can't be countered. Yeah, that's pretty huge.
I mean, against blue, it's huge, but otherwise, it's not.
Yeah. Really. I guess it depends on your play group.
I mean, 4 mana removal is still bad in my opinion. Like I hate paying 4. Like I'll maybe play 1 4 mana removal spell in my deck, and like this, if this is the one you want to play, sure, but because usually in that spot I'm just playing like Damnation or Wrath, like something that just kills everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this just does 1. Doesn't hit lands for like 1v1, and you're in the colors that's not prone to like hold up other interaction for instant speed. Like if you're just on Mardu, you don't play creature, play creature.
Like Swords and Path, but like you don't need this because you have all this cheap ones you can play anyway.
Yeah, with Swords and Path, you're going to be deploying another creature while holding it up. This is turn 4. I just pass.
Right.
See what the worst is. Yeah.
I mean, it's decent. I don't know if like this could have been like an uncommon in this set, honestly, in my opinion, and then it like might have been better off. But
yeah, that's for sure.
All right, next up we got the Mardu Siegebreaker, which is the same cost, 1 in Mardu, red, white and black for a 4/4 human warrior with Death Touch and haste. When this enters, you exile up to one other target creature you control until this leaves the battlefield. And then when this attacks, you make for each opponent, you make a tap token of the exile card attacking that opponent. So it's kind of like Myriad. And at the beginning of your end step, you sack the tokens.
Yeah.
It's kind of sucks he isn't legendary, so he can't be your commander, and then you could have like a Kiki Jiki commander type deck, but
So does he eat up your creature forever then?
until this guy dies, yeah.
Yeah, but if I attack a second time, I don't need to exile another creature. I just keep doing that same first creature.
Yeah, it's whatever you exile is what you're making tokens of.
But if I exile a second creature, it's just the newest one that I
Yeah.
create tokens of? Okay.
But if you flickered this, the other one comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Because like this will leave.
Yep. Yeah,
it's kind of like O-ringing your own creature, but then when you attack, you get copies of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in Commander, it's pretty sweet. I mean, 1v1, it's like, unless you have an ETB, like...
Yeah, true. I love
but I feel like in Commander, this would be sweet with like, Inferno Titan and Sun Titan and Brave Titan. All the Titans.
Anything that has enters and attack triggers. Ooh.
Yeah. That's why I wish this was a legendary, because then you could play it as a commander, just like Kiki Jiki deck.
I guess you don't get attack triggers because they already come out attacking that opponent. Correct? Yeah.
Yeah, you just get the ETB trigger.
Yep. It's definitely really cool. I love the haste from it.
Yeah, so you could just do it, and people are like, whoa, you have 3 of them out of nowhere.
Next, we got Nirev, Heart of the Storm. 1 red, white, black for a 4/5 legendary spirit dragon with flying. If a creature you control that entered this turn would deal damage, it deals twice that much damage instead.
So you need haste creatures for this to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it also works with Mobilize in the set, which is why it's the dragon of that color.
Yeah, Mobilize works out really well for limited.
But I'm trying to think, like, if you built around this knot, you just want a haste deck, basically, right?
Yeah. Ball of lightning type.
I guess anything that ETB is dealing damage would deal twice too, right? Because it's that creature dealing the damage.
Yeah.
So like Inferno Titan would hit twice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, it'd hit once for 6 damage or whatever. But
yeah, it would double the targets he does.
Yeah.
It definitely is a sweet artwork.
Oh yeah, sweet artwork. It's a cool. Spirit dragons are dope. But
yeah.
Ever since Kamigawa, like every spirit dragon is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what cards come out of this commander.
Next up, we got Thunder of Unity. Is Mardu, so red, white, black for a saga. First chapter is you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. The second and third chapter are whenever a creature you control enters this turn, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life.
Card draw, I guess. Like, I don't know.
I'd almost rather just play Impact Tremors.
Oh yeah.
Do I care about the card draw? It's I play something else for card draw.
Yeah, like Night's Whisper or something like.
Or just Phyrexian Arena or something like.
You're combining the two, but it's so limited for when you have the Blood Artist effect or Impact Tremors effect.
2 turns, like.
Yeah, it's so limited, and you're never going to be able. Well, sometimes the stars line up, but sometimes it doesn't. So it's too risky to like build around, I will say. So next we got Zurgo, Thunder's Decree. Red, white, black for a 2/4 legendary orc warrior. Got mobilized too. So when he attacks, you create 2 1/1s that attack. Sacrifice them at end step. During your end step, though, warrior tokens you control have. This token can't be sacrificed.
So you have to keep your mobilized tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's probably another card that exists that makes warrior tokens, but don't know
that if they would also have to sacrifice at end. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, you could technically also like Kiki-Jiki a warrior in play or something, and then it wouldn't be sad.
That's actually really cool. That's pretty cool. But what do you really care about, like, sticking around?
Right, you need some warrior that's worth copying. Like,
that's not like I'm just attacking, like
right.
something that's like a platinum angel or something that you want
right.
to stick around. I doubt there's anything really that viable, but
no, you're mostly just going to use the mobilize thing, I think.
Yeah, and be another aggro deck. But maybe in 8 years from now, we're going to look back and be like, "Hey, this warrior token can't be sacrificed. It's a platinum angel. I'm running this commander."
I mean, you could just play Maskwood Nexus.
And we got to say Maskwood Nexus every single podcast.
There you
go. Every podcast. I love Maskwood Nexus.
All right, the next card is a freaking insane card. It's a bomb, in my opinion. And I opened one. I need more. But it's Dragonback Assault. It's 3 Temers, so that would be green, blue, red for an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, which is pretty good, but whatever. The cool part here is it has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you make a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Landfall, make a 4/4 flyer, seems sweet.
Yeah.
Let me activate all my fetches.
So Zendikaar's Royal, I really liked. It's a 5 mana enchantment that just has landfall, make a 2/2. Yeah. So add one more, you get a board wipe, and you get flying 4/4s. Yeah.
I also really like. I used to love the behemoth that makes 4/4 beasts.
Mm-hmm.
And that costs 6 as well.
Yeah.
6 trampler with that.
Why I enjoy
Rampaging
Baloths. Yeah. Why I enjoy the Zendikaar's Royal so much more is that it's an enchantment. It doesn't get board wiped, or like everyone's got creature removal, and Baloths always just die right away. You don't see that card anywhere anymore. And that, like, being an enchantment's very, very nice, where you just get value over and over time. And someone's like, I got this Wrath of God. Well, it only works one. Here comes more dragons.
Yep.
So, yeah, I agree. This seems really spicy. The only problem for Commander is that you have to be in Teamer.
Well, or just a 5-color dragon deck.
5-color dragon decks. Ick.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in my Scion deck.
Yeah. 5 colors always going to be good. 5 colors great.
It can also go in the Teamer dragon deck, which was one of the precons for the set.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one that I actually bought for the sticker price of like $40, and now it's like the one worth the most. It's like $100.
Yeah. Or if you're playing Miram that copies dragons, card's also insane.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on to Eshki. Yeah, Eshki Dragonclaw. Is the daughter of Dragonclaw?
I don't
know. 1 green, blue, red for 4/4 legendary human warrior. Vigilance Trample, Ward 1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've casted both a creature spell and a non-creature spell, draw a card and put 2+1/+1 counters on Eshki. Wait, is this a Jeskai card?
No, it's Teamer.
No, I know. Are you casting 2 spells?
Yeah, but one is to be a creature.
I guess.
This is absurd and limited, by the way. Like, it just wins.
Okay.
You just play anything, like a one mana something that's a non-creature spell, and then you play this, and then move to combat, and you get 2 counters as a 6/6. You draw a card. Like, what?
She counts on her own. That is really, really absurd. Spicy. Okay. Yeah.
Like, you usually just play that 1 mana blue spell. It's like draw a card or bounce a creature, like an unsummon, and then you're like, there you go. I don't know how good this would be as a commander, because you'd need to keep double spelling creatures and non-creatures, but
yeah. I swear we've had this effect before on an enchantment, and it just doesn't see any play either. So, but the 6/6 Vigilance Trample in a limited environment seems pretty
tight. It's just, I don't know how good it is for constructed, like
yeah.
Or even commander.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you play it in the 99 of a deck. I don't know.
Tough.
Like, it is a 4-mana 4/4 with some keywords. But
yay, stats.
yep.
You know me in stats and Commander.
Next card is another absurd enchantment. It's Roar of the Endless Song. 2 and Teamers, 2 green, blue, red. For a saga, first 2 chapters are make a 5/5 elephant creature token, which is pretty good. So it makes 2 5/5s for 5. And then chapter 3 is double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. So you get 2 10/10s. You just need a way to give yourself trample.
Trample, yeah, is the downside of this card.
There's no trample.
Yeah.
It's still usually, like, in limited, it just wins, but
Limited for sure. Yeah, 5 mana for start out with the 5/5. Yeah.
yeah, you get 2 5/5s, and then you attack him with 2 10/10s, unless they kill one of them.
Yeah.
At minimum, plus whatever else you have out that's doubling.
I love the artwork. I love that stitch work. It just seems so real. I can feel it. All right, next we got the Songcrafter Mage. Green, blue, red for a 3/2 human bard with flash. When this creature enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize till end of turn. Its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost. So it's another Snapcaster Mage, but it has 3 specific colors to cast for it, which seems
Yeah,
like
it's
a
a
lot.
worse Snapcaster.
Yeah. Seems like a lot. And in Commander sense, you need to be in Teamer or 5 color, which is not all.
And then you're probably going to need some sort of big creature to tap to harmonize.
Yeah. The Harmonize is just bonus on top, but you can also tap this guy when he comes in. You target the instant or sorcery, then you tap the mage, costs 3 colorless less.
I mean,
already.
Yeah, but then you're still paying at least 1 more mana, so you're paying 4.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. It's definitely like a worse Snapcaster.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you need a budget Snapcaster and Teamer, here you go.
Yep.
All right, next up we got Teamer Battlecrier. His Teamer green, blue, red for a 4/3 Orc Ranger. During your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Seems pretty sweet.
It's a card I can get behind.
Your Timmy decks, everything costs less.
Or you are Teamer Storm. Because she's already 4 power, so your spells already cost 1 less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a bunch of artifacts. Mystic Forge.
Yeah, there you go.
Sensei's Divining Top.
Except for this can't be your commander. So
No. But this is another Sensei's Divining Top reducer for your Mystic Forge Teamer artifact deck.
Okay, then.
I gotta have a Jane combo in there. Come on. All right, next we got Ureni, the Song of Unending. 5 green, blue, red for an 8 mana 10/10 legendary spirit dragon. It has flying, protection from white and from black. That's very nice. And then when it enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control. The protection from white and black is nice, how do I say, is because that's where all the removal's at.
Yeah. This card is absurd. Like, it basically deals at least 8 damage when it comes in.
Yeah. I mean,
in Commander, it's going to be less because it's Sol Ring and stuff, but...
And you can't... I mean, if you reanimate it, you got a flying 10/10, but you're only going to, like, deal 3 damage or so.
Right.
So...
I mean, you'd probably play this in Dragon, but...
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
It's definitely really sick. But
I like all the new dragons. Like I want one of each just to try them out.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely very, very cool. It's definitely a Timmy card. It's probably just not that good because if you cheat it out, it doesn't do too whole lot.
Yeah, you got to cast it.
Protection from white and black's huge though. That's huge in Commander.
I mean, 6 mana. Like, because even in Ur Dragon, this is a 6 mana deal 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good for
Yeah,
a 10/10 with flying.
it's not bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
In Ur Dragon sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely really, really cool though. I'll play it for the coolness factor, 100%.
All right. Next up, we got Baitor, the next dragon, kin to all. It is 2 in Abzan, so white, black, green, for a 5/7 legendary creature spirit dragon. At the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, draw a card. Then, if creatures you control have total toughness 20 or greater, untap each creature you control. Then, if creatures you control have total toughness 40 or greater, each opponent loses half their life rounded up. So I opened this in my two-headed giant, and in two-headed giant, they just lose if you hit the 40.
Because it's your team.
It's each opponent, so it triggers twice.
Oh yeah, each opponent. Because the triggers go on the stack, they don't like lose.
Yeah, it's at the time it checks it. It's weird.
Yeah, at the time it checks. Yeah, that's crazy. That's hilarious. Like getting up to like 10 is pretty easy. So
yeah, I mean 10. You only need 1/3/3 out because this is a 5/7.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's toughness. I was thinking power this whole time, but it cares about toughness. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean this is another like you could build the walls deck with this if you wanted to.
Yeah,
or some sort of toughness matters deck.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could play it in the dragon deck. You play it in whatever. Like
the tree folk care
tree
about
folk.
toughness. It's like on the cusp of being really good.
I don't know. I feel like in the dragon deck, like if you have one of the dragon, anything else out, you're drawing a card.
Yeah. Drawing
and you're
a card.
Probably going to get to 20 pretty fast. At least by the time you win. The 40 is like whatever. Like
that's true.
Like if you have 40, sure, like you probably win in the game anyway.
I always said that if commander draws a card, that's good. So
yeah,
this guy seems very decent.
Card draw in the command zone. You just need any other creature, basically.
Mm-hmm. Probably want to build around the untap each creature you control. Some sort of tap every single turn. Some that does that. Tree of Perdition doesn't do it too much, but probably a card you would run in the deck. It's a big toughness guy. Oh, very interesting. I'm interested in this one. Next we got Felothar, Dawn of the Azban. He's Abzan colors. 3/3 legendary creature, human warrior. It's got trample. When it enters or attacks, you may sacrifice a non-land permanent. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control.
So like a worse mini Corvold.
Everything's worse than Corvold. Yeah. A fixed Corvold. There we go.
Yeah.
Fixed one. I had this in my pool when I did the pre-release.
It's okay. You need to be going really wide. Like,
yeah.
If your Abzan tokens in that deck, sure.
Yeah, I also splashed a little bit of Mardu. So I was like a 4-color soup attack all.
That's basically what the draft format came down to is
limited
4 or 5 color soup or Mardu aggro. Like
Yep. So yeah, other than that, like as a commander, you'll have better choices. If you're running this as a commander, you're doing it for flavor, and that's cool. That's cool. Respect, but you got other stuff.
All right, next up we got Pernation. It is 3 white, black, green for a sorcery. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a hexproof counter and an indestructible counter on it. I don't think it's worth 6.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just play Reanimate. I don't care if they can kill it.
If you care about the counters, maybe.
I mean, if you're bringing back some like awesome enchantment, maybe like because it's actually like a permanent card, but
yeah, the permanent card's huge. Yeah, if you're going for creatures, that's probably not what you want. You probably do something where like this enchantment gets sacrificed. I guess the indestructible doesn't care about that. This enchantment destroys itself. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a crazy enchantment that you could just keep around.
I mean, you could just get back like a portal that's indestructible and hexproof.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's some crazy enchantment that you can get back that's like it shouldn't have indestructible at all, but it does now. And
I mean, you could put it on the what's the one that all your stuff has hex shroud or hexproof, whatever it is.
It's green white.
The green white one.
Oh, man, it's been a while since I've seen that
card. It's
like
privileged position or something.
Yeah, that's it.
So like you could bring that back, and then they can't even target that. So then just everything always has hexproof.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. 6 mana is a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth 6 mana. Like, if I'm playing a 6 mana card, it better really swing the game in my favor. And unless like the setup cost is too big for this to be, if it was anyone's graveyard, it might be a little more playable. But in fact, it's only yours too. Like,
yeah. Next, we got Revival of the Ancestors. 1 white, black, green. For Saga, first chapter, create 3 1/1 white spirit creature tokens. Then chapter 2, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. And then chapter 3, creatures you control gain trample and lifelink until end of turn.
This one's playable if you're in the go wide thing.
Yeah, for limited.
Because I mean, it's playable in Commander for the go wide. I think just 4 mana, make 3 1/1s, and get 3 counters, and then 1 big swing. That's only issues your opponent can see it coming.
Yeah. It's also, I don't know, just a little slow. I think 4 mana for 3 1/1s is bad rate. Like, you could be doing other stuff, and yeah, it's slow. They know it's coming. I don't like this card. Seems
I think
too
it's
bad.
okay, but yeah, I'm not going to play it. Like I said, I'm not going to play it unless I'm in a dedicated token deck. Because I mean, like if you have what's the thing, the doubling season or the white one that turns them into angels, like this is okay. Because you're making 6 or 3 4/4s. Like,
yeah. It's probably better cards though. I don't know. Color specific.
That's true. You'd have to spend a lot on your mana base to have all duels.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next card we got is the Severance Priest. It is white, black, green for a 3/3 with Death Touch, Jin Cleric. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. This creature leaves the battlefield. The exiled card's owner creates an XX white spirit creature token where X is the mana value of the exiled card. So it's kind of like a 3 mana. What's the guy? The white one, Skyclave Apparition.
Skyclave, yeah.
But the issue with it is if you hit a big card, they just get a huge thing, and like so it's pretty bad. Like you're gonna get like under a 3-drop anyway. Like,
yeah. The thing is, you get to exile that card. So like Deep Cavern Bat is a hand attack creature, but if they get rid of the bat, you just give the card back. Same with like Mesmeric Fiend.
right?
And other
like
things.
That's why they lose the card forever from their hand. But I don't think it's worth it. Like especially if you hit like a 5-drop, like they're just gonna kill this and get a 5/5. Like,
It does separate the two triggers that I haven't seen in a while. So you can do some Banisher Priest nonsense, where if you play this on the stack of the enters, you have a sack outlet and you sack it. The leaves thing goes off, they get 0, and then you get to exile their card forever.
Yeah, you could technically do that.
That's is that worth 3 specific Abzan colors?
No.
Probably not.
It's bad. I think this card's bad.
Yeah. I'd rather have the other hand
Even
attacks.
in limited, I didn't play it because I thought it was bad. Like,
yeah. Next, we got the talk of the town that has probably underperformed the most. Skirmish Rhino. White, black, green for a 3/4 trample Rhino. When he enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This was overhyped to hell.
I mean, it brought back the Oops All Rhinos deck, kind of.
Yeah, but I feel like every
it's just drain 2, like whatever.
When we were at SCG Con Star City Games, I was talking to some standard players, and one guy put this in. He was like, "Yeah, this was probably the worst card I played all day." Every time I played it, it just doesn't do enough. Like Siege Rhino actually did a lot of how the format was, but this format's different, and it just there's a little too less. Like it's just not enough for standard purposes. And
yeah, it's like Commander. Okay. Like
yeah, I don't know. Even in limited, it's probably good in limited.
It's good in limited, but yeah. Like in Commander, like maybe you play it if you're playing like a Rhino tribal deck or something. Like,
how many Rhinos are there?
There's quite a few. I actually want to build a Rhino deck, but I don't know who to have as the commander because some of the Rhinos I want don't overlap in colors.
Are the Ronks are those people Rhinos? The Rhino humanoids?
Okay, the old rocks.
There's kind of a few then.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, next up we got Yethan Road Watcher. It is 1 and Abzan, so white, black, green for a 3/3 human scout. When this creature enters, if you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Seems okay.
Yeah.
It's one of the cards I would consider trying in my Carador deck because I could just play this for pretty cheap and then get another thing back. So I can get 2 blockers and fill my graveyard some more.
Yeah, I like how it mills, and then you get it. So you get a few more choices. Just the mana value 3 or less in your Carador deck. It would.
Well, I mean, I played like Spore Frog and
mm-hmm.
I play a lot of like little things that have ETBs.
Mm-hmm. So, mm-hmm.
And like what's this Wayfinder I play, and then
yeah, true.
That's pretty. I can't grab anything big, but
that's what Carador's for, though. You don't need that, like. Right. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent in that deck. And that
it's on the like I would consider trying it. I don't know how good it's going to be. Like I would have to try it, and then if it's horrible, it'd be like, nope, that's gone. Like
yeah, and then outside of that deck, it's not really anything. Like it's 3 colors specifically.
Yeah, you're not playing this in like a constructed deck or anything.
So hard.
If you have some sort of self-mill Abzan deck, maybe, but
yeah.
Like it's for a commander situation, maybe. But
next we got the Flamehold Grappler. Blue, red, white. So we're in Jeskai now for a 3/3 normal creature human monk with first strike. When this creature enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn. When you cast it, you may choose new targets for the copy, and you can copy permanents.
Yeah, but I'd rather just play Fork.
Yeah, but you can get 2 creatures
for an extra 3 mana on top of whatever you're playing.
Yeah, specific mana too. I have to rail that in. Like, it's cool that it's Jeskai and Abzan, but
it's
outside
just so hard to
it's
pay
so hard.
that on top. Like,
yeah.
Because like by the time you get something you want to copy, like you probably want to copy a 5 or 6 drop. It's like, well, then you have to have 8, 9 mana. Like
you're sandbagging your 2-drop for turn 5.
Yeah, that's horrible. Like, no.
In this card, you're sandbagging until turn 5. Yeah,
right. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
It's kind of a lot.
Like even in limited, when I had this, a lot of the time I would just play this out as a 3 mana 3/3 first strike
First strike. Yeah,
it can block. Like occasionally, if you drew it like turn 5, you would do the double thing, but copy like a 2-drop.
Yeah, that's if the stars align. Yeah, it's cool design space, but yeah, and practical use, probably not good.
All right, and then Jeskai Revelation is absurd. It is 4 blue, red, white for an instant. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Jeskai Revelation deals 4 damage to any target. Create 2 1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards and gain 4 life.
Is this an ultimatum? Excuse me?
It's Jeskai's Revelation.
It reads like an ultimatum.
It reads like an ultimatum. It's a little easier to cast than an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Not as good as an ultimatum, but
it's instant speed though. So
yeah, but it is instant speed. This is like one of the most winning cards in the format for limited.
Yep. What's great with instant speed? Yeah,
I don't know how good it is for constructed, but like 7 mana cards.
Yeah, I'm more thinking about Commander, which still has 7 mana cards. Like we said, you maybe cast like 1.5.
Yeah, like I don't think this is going to win you the game. Like,
yeah, you got your Cyclonic Rift, which is 7 mana,
and that can win you the game.
Yeah.
This ain't winning you the game. Like you're basically like you're countering something, most likely.
What you want to do is be able to, like with ultimatums, you do this too, but you discard this or put this in your graveyard, and then you Mizzix Mastery this for 4 mana on turn 4, and that still doesn't seem like
it's like
enough.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like enough though, right?
Right. Which is why this is the 70-cent mythic rare.
Yeah. So. Oof. Dang. Well, this podcast is getting pretty long. We could save the last page for next week.
Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it.
Oh man, it's a full page. I swear.
It's 20 cards.
We also have lands and artifacts.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna end it there then.
Yeah, it just makes sense. I don't
know. So we got through all but 20. We'll do the last 20 cards in the next episode.
Yes, sir.
And probably talk a little bit about Final Fantasy because that will be coming up. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. Don't forget you can use our TCG Player affiliate link to pick up any of these cards.
Mm-hmm. And we have a Discord you can come join, hang out with us, or if you want to directly support us, we have the Patreon as well down in the show notes.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.
Peace.